Good morning, what's shaking, what's happening? Today is day 44, I do believe, of our cruise around the world on the Holland America Rotterdam 2025 Grand Voyage. Today, Cairns, Australia. Let's go. So, got into Cairns at 7. We were not up at 7. It's like 10 o'clock now. As far as the terminal is concerned, very nice. They've got like 3 people out there with maps. You tell them what you want to do, they give you directions. So if you walk into Cairns with no plan, they got you covered. Our current plan is to go to the mall and then walk to the wharf and then walk back to the ship. It's going to make like a little like triangle deal. So it should be a good day. Now it's warm, it's hot. It is supposed to rain at some point, but hopefully it'll just cool things off. But so far, super walkable city. Like it. This mall has a Kmart in it, so I cannot wait to go to the Kmart. So let's get some shopping. We weren't really planning on doing the mall in Australia, but hey, we're here. Oh my gosh, look how big this sunglass hut is. That is a pretty big sunglass hut. This mall also reminds me of when malls were in their heydays in the States in like the late 80s, 90s. So it should be fun. All right, remember how I said this place reminds me of how malls were in their heyday back in the States? We found an arcade. Now we do love a good arcade day. We do several arcade nights at either Main Event or one of the Lowe's hotels. The Cabana Bay's got a really good arcade. There is an Andretti near us too. We went to that a couple times because it was one of the first things to open after COVID. But this arcade is massive. And it's got all of our favorite arcade games. Oh my goodness, that's our most favorite game. I gotta go find C. I don't know why this arcade's got me so excited. Maybe it's just a dose of home, but yay. Also, look at this Wheel of Fortune game. Oh my goodness, it is so big. Whew, crazy. Y'all, look at this prize wall. Look at it, it's pretty big. I'm digging it. All right, so I got fussed at for filming in the arcade. I get it, it draws kids. So now we're at a Kmart, like an actual Kmart. They don't have Walmarts in Australia. They have Kmarts. And here we are. It's the cleanest Kmart I've ever been in my life too. All right, we found some nice souvenirs. The mall also has Wi-Fi, super nice people, other than the woman that snapped at me for filming in the arcade, but so far super impressed. Digging the day at the mall. Back at the grocery store. You know, it's our favorite place in foreign countries. All right, we are done with the mall. Had a nice lunch, went to the grocery store, did some shopping. Super nice, very nice mall. Now we're headed down to the wharf area. Cairns, incredibly nice, very walkable, super nice. They have like little water stations everywhere. They have signs that say where the public toilets are. It's really awesome, I dig it. It's a good time, it's a nice day. Still a little hot, but nice otherwise. Like, look at how easy they make it to navigate. There's street signs everywhere with the main attractions and how to get there. And where are you signs, just like at a mall. Pretty awesome. Look at the little water refill station. And we were quite thirsty when we walked by, so it had good timing. All right, we've made it to the Esplanade Lagoon area. Very nice. There's public restrooms, there's a first aid station, there's a police station, there's lifeguards. It's a public swimming pool-like area that I think they pump in seawater. It's because of stinker season. It's so bad that this is what a lot of cities apparently do. It's very nice. It's got a nice park area to lay out in. It's super nice. So if you were looking to come to chill out on the day and cool down, this is where you go. Cairns is also a major launching point for the Great Barrier Reef. I think it's the largest launching point. I met a guy from Australia one time, like 5 years, it was pre-COVID, and I was talking to him about the Great Barrier Reef, and he said never go out of Cairns because it's so touristy to go out of one of the other cities. But it is closer to the reef than any of the other cities, which is why it's so big. I'm glad we chose to do it out of Arlai and can instead spend this beautiful day in Cairns. This is stunning. Look. Stunning. Check out the amazing, peaceful view that we have had from our balcony today. It's this inlet that we've been down for Cairns. The city's on the other side of the ship, and we have this mountainous rainforest looking view with all these sailboats. It's really cool. Cairns has been an amazing city. I really wish we had an overnight here, so we could have done one day at the mall and shopping and picking up odds and ends and maybe hit the museum because it's not that far from the mall. And then the second day being able to actually enjoy the lagoon area and the esplanade area, or go to the aquarium. The aquarium is mostly sea animals that are in the tropic regions of Australia. They're local to the area, to like the Great Barrier Reef. Or if it was an overnight, we could have possibly gone out to one of the Barrier Reef Islands and had a nice time there. That way you can kind of snorkel the Great Barrier Reef, but off of a beach. It's not as like taxing on the body as like what happened to me the other day, where it made me so tired. But man, this has been great. I'm telling you, my number one stop of the cruise. But now it's time for dinner, so let's go. All right, it is dinner time, and I have got the zucchini and mozzarella appetizer. It looks really good. It's like a little like salad like thing going on. So you got shrimp cocktail. So this looks like a nice light bite after our day of walking. Perfect. All right, dinner has arrived. Your plate is prettier, and we got the same thing. We both got the turkey dinner. Caesar's modified, so we think that is a sweet potato. It seems to be the biggest difference. Because look at my plate. It's not nearly as pretty as hers, but they didn't drape my cranberry sauce over my turkey like they did hers. But I do love a good turkey dinner. Let's dig in. Couple. And for dessert this evening, C got the strawberry sorbet, and I got, it was listed as a cookies and cream sundae, but it's looking kind of cherry-ish to me, which is also okay. So, it's looking good. Something sweet. Woo! With that, we are calling it another evening here. We ended up leaving the show. The guys that did it, they were on Australia's Got Talent. So we kind of looked at them. We were probably a little judgmental. We looked at them in the little like daily thing that they sent us, and we thought they were going to be kind of like the Righteous Brothers. We weren't 100% off. They opened with Fly Me to the Moon. The music they picked for their entire set, as long as we sat there, was really good. You know, lots of classics from the Great American Songbook, things like that. Very good. They weren't our vibe. They were like trying to insert a little bit of comedy. It wasn't really hitting with us. I don't think it was really hitting with the crowd. The band was working really hard. There was a keyboard or a guitar solo, it's piano or a guitar solo in almost every piece. One of the pieces, they weren't jiving with the band, it didn't sound like. One of them, they were really struggling to make sure that they were all on the same, like, part of the music. It was pretty rough. It's to the point that we said, you know what, everybody gets a second night, but we're not even going to go to the second night. Like, we're just going to skip them the second night. We were not the only people that walked out. There was so many people that apparently had walked out, which we sat kind of up front, so we had no idea. But we got stopped on our way out by another passenger who was running a little late, and she was just like, I'm confused. Why is everyone walking out? And I said, you know what? They're just not our cup of tea. They might be yours. They're just not ours. So there were people that enjoyed it. Just they were not me and they were not C. So it's fine. We walked a lot today, and early night is not such a terrible thing for us today. Because like I said, I spent all day recovering from the Great Barrier Reef. Cairns, amazing. I think I could live in Cairns. We actually did one of those, well, how much does it cost to live in Cairns sort of thing, because the grocery stores, the prices were extremely reasonable to us. The stores and everything extremely reasonable, and it was just a great vibe in the town. It was such a great time. I don't know if the video will do it justice, or if I can actually, if I got enough video to show how amazing the city was to walk around. Big sidewalks, lots of restaurants, lots of shops, lots of nice people. Something I've also noticed is Australia loves a bookstore. I've seen more bookstores in Australia than I've seen in the States in the past, like, 5 years combined. 10 years, in the past 10 years or anything like that. If I take everywhere I've traveled, I don't think I've seen as many bookstores as I've seen here in Australia. So they still like a good bookstore out here. Lots of coffee shops. They do like some coffee out here too. Just a great atmosphere. The lagoon area looks really nice. Really wish I would have brought a swimsuit to cool off, because it was hot. Whew, it was a hot day. But still a great city. So I really wish it was a longer port day or an overnight or something like that. I don't know if they do them typically for Cairns, but man, that would be something that would be amazing. It was just a great city. Everybody I talked to loved Cairns. But we sailed away. So moving on to tomorrow. Tomorrow's a sea day. I think we have 3 sea days between now and Darwin. But what's so special about tomorrow is it is the Glamp Out Day. Now, I did watch a YouTube on this last year for the Glamp Out. So they kind of make it, like, the Lido look kind of like a little, like, camping area. So that should be interesting. The other interesting thing about tomorrow is Kimberly, our cruise and travel director. We have not heard her voice since this morning when we got to Cairns, and it sounded a little scratchy, and we noticed that she's been drinking tea. She didn't make the evening announcement. She didn't even introduce the show. So I don't know if she's sick or if she lost her voice, because we've talked to a few people that have gotten a little bit of laryngitis and lost their voice. So the Coffee with Kimberly is supposed to be the couple's Zyderdan tomorrow. She's been pumping this one up, so hopefully she will make it, because she's also got a port talk tomorrow. So hopefully those two will take place. Otherwise, we'll just pivot, and we're probably going to end up with a pool day, hopefully, if there is a breeze. Otherwise, what's on the agenda? There's a new lecturer that's going to talk about some Australian history, which might be kind of neat. And then the military guy is doing the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which follows up where he did the Manhattan Project the other day. So, good things on the horizon. Hopefully Kimberly's up to tomorrow. We will wait and see. But with that, like I said, we're going to call it an evening. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, thumbs up, notifications, all that fun stuff. Follow us on Facebook and all the socials. And we will see you again tomorrow as we start 3 sea days to our next stop here in Australia. So have a great night. Bye.